Okay, so recently it seems like there's been a little bit of a situation going on with the Wuthering Waves career events, which has gotten pretty bad. Now, there's been quite a few people actually complaining about this, and I wanted to go through and keep you guys up to date with what is actually going on with this, because if you don't know, Wuthering Waves the other day announced a whole collaboration event with the Galaxy Store, which is possibly one of their biggest collaborations. Yeah, obviously the Galaxy Store being run by Samsung, one of the biggest kind of mobile companies in the world, and it seems like it hasn't gone as all to plan as maybe Wuthering Waves had wanted it to. So in this video, we're going to go through everything you need to know about the situation, what has actually gone wrong here, and how Wuthering Waves can improve it in the future. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also go to GameStop, use my code KEZA, get 10% off. They've got a ton of really cool stuff over there, so I definitely recommend checking it out. Yeah, let's get back into the video. So as I said, this actually goes over to Wuthering Waves career, where they actually put out a statement which kind of surprised me. You know, it was quite a long one, and I thought, okay, this could get pretty serious. And they say, "Dear Wanderers, hello, this is the Wuthering Waves project team. We'd like to offer our sincere apologies to all users who experienced inconvenience and confusion to the text displayed at the Mingzhou X Galaxy Store Cantarella theme and goods package event held today. I would like to explain the situation to you as follows. This event was a collaborative event between the Galaxy Store and some areas that were directly managed and operated by the Galaxy Store. In order to participate in the event in these areas, a procedure to verify that you were a Korean Galaxy Store user was required on site, and accordingly this event was conducted only for Korean Galaxy Store users, and this restriction was inevitable due to a system and cooperative structure." So it seems like this event was, yeah, as they say, specifically for Galaxy Store users, and I feel like a big problem that might have occurred was a lot of people outside of Galaxy Store users actually turned up to this event, which could cause a whole lot of problems. Obviously, you know, them running out of stock and everything like that, but also just overcrowding and maybe too many people in that area, which again can be a big problem. So that was probably something they needed to clarify a little bit better. But they also say, in addition, in order to prevent wanderers who had difficulty participating from having to wait for long periods and wasting valuable time, the partner company installed a sign with incorrect instructions on site without prior notice or review by our operations team. This was intended to improve the experience of wanderers on site, but the instructions on the sign were seriously inappropriate, which ultimately caused misunderstanding and discomfort to many people. We have had serious discussions with the partner company about this, and we sincerely apologize for any misunderstanding caused by this matter. So I don't know what exactly was on these signs, but again, you know, they're saying it actually, you know, misled people, and apparently they were inappropriate. I don't see how it could be inappropriate, but hey, apparently that did happen. Now they say, in addition, we deeply regret that during the operation of this offline event, we failed to sufficiently manage and review collaborative content in advance and failed to clearly communicate the conditions and restrictions for the event participation. We feel responsible for this, and once again, we would like to offer our sincere apologies. Currently, the sign in question is being removed immediately after confirmation on our side, and we're taking this matter very seriously internally. In addition, we plan to comprehensively review and strengthen the review process for on-site operation and everything like that. We always clearly recognize that the ultimate responsibility for the experience provided to users lie with the Wuthering Waves project team. We once again sincerely apologize to all wanderers who are hurt and disappointed by this incident, and we promise to continue and invest and improve in order to operate. So again, they're pretty much just apologizing that, you know, this actually happened. Now, it seems like this goes a little bit deeper, because this was actually affected by something even worse that I think we all hate, and it's been something that's come up especially over in like American news and stuff recently, which obviously is scalpers. And scalpers have been a pretty big problem, with one major screenshot here in the replies actually showing us quite a lot of proof of this happening, of people actually going ahead, going to the event, and mainly Hoyoverse fans actually going to this event. Obviously, as you see here, they got Kafka profile picture, Arlecchino and Faruna in the background. You know, that's what they're saying. That's what this person is saying as well. Chinese scalpers playing Mihoyo. And yeah, they're buying the entire stock of a lot of these kind of things that for the promotional material. You can see they've got multiple of these little postcard things. They got multiple, you know, they got a sign of like all the different products. I'm guessing they went ahead and bought some of them so people can buy them from them. And yeah, there's another picture as well. I'm not sure exactly what the text messages themselves say, but you can clearly see here, this is a guy that's got a pretty full up basket full of things, and this guy plans on scalping and plans on doing it. And that was a issue that a lot of other people had as well. They say resellers are ruining everything. This happened in Japan. We queued for 10 hours during the CM105 and got nothing, only because Chinese resellers bought all the goods. So for God's sake, do something to prevent this from happening again. So they seem to be pinning it on Chinese kind of resellers. I'm not sure if it was exclusively Chinese resellers, but that's what most of the people here seem to be saying. But again, it is kind of bad, and it is is up to kind of Wuthering Waves to limit the amount of purchases that people can make to kind of prevent this stuff from happening, else people will go ahead and scalp it. And the main problem with this as well is that they're going to go sell it in places over in China for a higher price, and they're going to mark it up quite a bit, way more than what it was over in Korea, which is obviously terrible for the community. And obviously, as something that's supposed to be quite a nice and fun event for a lot of players to actually do, it's just turned into something where there could be fights, there could be a little bit of violence between scalpers trying to actually take a lot of this stuff. Now obviously, I don't really know why they're scalping this stuff in the first place. I mean, these are just like little postcard things. I mean, why would you, at the end of the day, why do you really want to scalp that? But hey, maybe there is a market for it, I guess. And as I said in the other reply, this has been happening for quite a while, and this has been happening with the Japanese side of it as well, which again has been a big problem for Wuthering Waves and that in general. So that is also a little bit disheartening, seeing as this has actually happened before with a previous event and they still haven't fixed it or added like implementations in place. But again, obviously this kind of message as a whole for Wuthering Waves career is apologizing for everything that's happened. Now obviously some people said it's time we expose Korea of these bad things, we owe Hoyo an apology, which is just so dumb. I mean, obviously a lot of companies can make mistakes whenever it comes to running events. It's not like the game's like suddenly turned bad or anything. It's got nothing to do with the game. It's to do with how they've run the event and how it was mishandled. But it seems like this was a pretty good apology, and obviously the event is actually still going on. You can see here, this is some of the advertising for it, by the way. It does look really, really good. They, they made some kind of original outfits for Shorekeeper and Cantarella, which look really nice. And this is actually going on till the 6th. So we got one more day, or by the time this video comes up, it should be pretty much the final day of this actually happening. So again, this event is still ongoing in Seoul in Korea, and it seems like there has been a big issue in the past and in Japan and stuff like that as well. Now we haven't actually seen many images or pictures coming from this event in general, so that's why I'm unable to show you quite a lot of what's actually been happening over there, which is kind of weird to me. Maybe it's just a Korean kind of thing. They don't take as many pictures as maybe the Japanese do, because obviously the Japanese event was all over Twitter and it was all over different places because again it was really, really nice. Now the event is slightly different since this is a collaboration with Samsung, but again I was really excited for this to come out. I'm really excited for this to happen because A, Samsung is a very big company, but B, also the event for Japan and everything like that was such a huge success in Osaka that I thought maybe this would also be a massive success too. But it seems like there has been a little bit of a problem at this event, but honestly it seems like they've owned up to it and made a lot of like kind of apologies and stuff, which I think is okay. Obviously here's them advertising some of the things you can actually get at the event. And yeah, overall it seems like Wuthering Waves have had a big issue with the Korean audience, and I hope this doesn't send them over the edge, because obviously, as I've talked about in previous videos, they've had issues with mistranslation in the game and mistranslation in the story and everything like that, which has been a big problem for them. And I'm just really hoping that all of this alongside a poorly ran event will actually kind of teeter them over the edge of being like, okay, I've had enough of this game or whatever. Because again, I feel like this was a complete accident and it was more the fault of, I know they keep saying it's their fault and it's the Wuthering Waves project team's fault for not making sure, which it is a really big part of it, but also it is partially the people actually there working on the project as well. It is partially their fault as well. So again, I hope that this doesn't affect the Korean's audience view of Wuthering Waves in the long run, because again, there has been previous issues. But yeah, overall that is everything you really need to know about what has actually happened over at the Korean event, and how people are not very happy with it at the moment. And it's disappointing as well, just because it's a Samsung kind of collaboration and everything like that, which I thought would be really, really good. But hopefully they can make the rest of the couple of days really, really good, and remove that sign and make sure that scalpers don't actually buy everything out, and don't actually beat everybody to everything, because again, scalpers can be very, very annoying no matter where you are. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also go to game subs, use my code KAZA, get 10% off. And also comment down below what you guys think about the situation. Do you think that Wuthering Waves are to blame in this kind of situation, or do you think that it's not really the end of the world and that they can bounce back from it and make an even better event? Because I would like to see even more events coming out from them in the future, and I hope that this doesn't really discourage them. So yeah, that's all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.